I got into a situation where I was shot, things escalated, and ultimately I ended up getting arrested and going to prison, and I was sentenced to 22 to 42 years in prison. There had to be some sort of recourse, regardless of whether or not, I was in prison. So I went through all of my documentation and realized the attorney that originally filed my appeal failed to file that motion within 42 days. And as a result, my sentence was invalid. I went and represented myself, and they overturned the sentence, and ultimately walked out of prison not long afterwards. I came home, the world was so different from what I had originally anticipated or that I could have even considered. I knew I had to do something because I wasn't going back to the life that I was living. So I told my fiance what I wanted to do at that time, and I was like, I'm interested in, becoming a part of this program. It's called Flip the Script, and it's at Goodwill. It's a welding program. I think it might be a good idea for me to get involved in the trades because, to be quite honest, I'm not sure what job that may pay a feasible amount of money I could go to and they won't bring up a conviction, because even though I had my sentence overturned, my conviction was never overturned. I got into the program, I met Mr. Bennett, and it was a great program. I think I graduated at the top of the class. I learned so much about welding and the various different aspects of the trade. And the one thing I will say is I really loved about Julius Juice was the fact that he didn't just teach us welding, he taught us about life.
Victor made us look like heroes. He made us all look like heroes. Goodwill can hang their hat on the success of somebody like Victor because now somebody coming along behind him knows what's possible, regardless of your barrier.
That was the instant connection that I had with Victor. We were both on missions, and we understood missions take you through a journey, and people cross you on your journey for intentional reasons.
Local 25 accepted me. I think that was one of the things that kind of solidified the bond with me. It wasn't a thing about whether or not you had had a criminal conviction or you were an ex-offender. It was none of that. It was, are you willing and interested in doing work and representing this union and helping it to progress so that we can create other individuals like the one we're trying to build in you. And so ultimately that's what I did. I had been incarcerated for so long. I did 18 and a half years in prison before I was ultimately released. And I think because of my capacity to just keep moving, in combination with the fact that I felt sometimes I lost so much time out of my life where I feel like I'm just constantly rebuilding. Had it not been for Goodwill, Flip the Script program, my future definitely could have been a lot different.